All righty, y'all. Welcome back. Triple option. We're doing a little duo, a little read option today. Tyler and Kaden. Dylan is out on business. So today we're basically just going to do a way too early mock draft. We're going to pick each other's draft spots. I'll get it pulled up on the screen and everything. But we kind of just want to get in the head of each other. You guys are going to be seeing a lot of our personal fantasy football league. You guys saw my little baby dust up. We'll call it a dust up. I'm passionate. I'm emotional about it, and so yeah, a dust up. I like a dust up. So that's what we're gonna do today. And then at the end, I do have a special guest joining to discuss one very specific topic. And so once we get to roughly the later rounds, we'll go ahead and send that link over to him. Hopefully, he pulls through. I have a small feeling that it's not going to work out, and I'm just going to get embarrassed. But either way, we will attempt it. So
Dylan's probably out watching the Boston game now that I think about it.
that might be what he's doing. What? Let's see. I want to see you. You said you were drafting a lot at 8 today.
Was
I want
8
to
and
see.
4.
I want to see your strategy at number 1.
Ew. Okay, so I'll claim number 1. That's gross.
Let me get this pulled up real quick. Actually, share screen. Share.
You had 6 in last year's draft, huh?
6 or 7.
Let's see. I want to put you at the 4.
4. All right. 10 teams, regular snake draft. 2 minutes for pick is kind of crazy, so don't take the 2 minutes, but I'm gonna leave it at 2 minutes, okay?
I shouldn't. I'll go pretty quick.
Not
that I do these.
Talk through your picks, and let's get this bad boy on the road, huh? Quick pod today.
Dang, I'm on the clock already.
Yeah, you are on the clock.
Go Christian McCaffrey if you're number 1. You have to do it.
You don't have to, but you do.
But this year I'm feeling I struggle going big receiver. So you know what?
Wow, CeeDee Lamb. You know I hate CeeDee Lamb. Something you have to keep in mind here, Brian messages me every week talking about our pod. So I know there's at least one person consistently watching this. And so we're also giving out hints to the boy. Okay. Now my thought process is here. I got a couple of them. Obviously, Tyreek Hill went crazy for me last year. I don't know if I want to draft him again. Justin Jefferson's on the board staring at me. Sam Darnold's his quarterback. Something to think about.
Didn't they get Did they get JJ?
No, they got JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
So I'm gonna. Is that what you said? I thought you said Jaden McDaniel. Sorry.
No, it's all good.
So I'm gonna stick with my gut again and go back to Tyreek.
I put you there because I wanted to see if you'd take
crazy.
I wanted to see if you'd take Tyreek again.
Puka
is high. Before Jefferson? That's wild.
Okay. Let's see. Think through it. Drake London's a little overhyped. Kyron Williams, I hate the Rams backfield.
They got Corum, right? That's scary.
Yeah, they got Corum. You have Devontae Adams on the board. Oh man, I don't love any of these.
I don't either. That's some rough names. Harrison went kind of early too. Wilson, Brown.
Oh man. I don't like any of these. I'm glad I did the 2 minutes. I'm gonna go with my gut here. I'm gonna go Josh Jacobs.
No way. Kyron falls to me. Do I take him?
I know you're a Kyron guy.
Yes and no. I hate that they took Corum, and like the Rams have always been super. What is it? Non-jumping. They move on from running backs very easily. Like they don't get stuck up on one. And
yeah, ever since Todd Gurley, after they paid Todd Gurley and he destroyed his knee, they're not going to ever commit to a guy with the Sean McVay and Les Snead running.
There's the word I was looking for. They don't commit. So that's what's hard. I like the Williams. I do. And technically, it would be smart to take him. I said I was going to go receiver heavy, so I'm going to stick with receiver heavy. I hate this. I hate this
Don't
pick right
tell me you're
here.
doing what I think you're gonna do.
I hate this pick, and I don't want to do it. But just because of the shakeup, I have to.
Oh wow.
I hate that pick. He's almost on my like red pick right now for actual fantasy where I won't pick him no matter what. But I want to see how it turns out if I take him here. And then I'm gonna triple down. I'm gonna
Wow.
do this.
DJ. Wow, Kyron almost fell to me a whole round later.
Would you have taken him if he had?
Maybe. I might go a different route though. Holy
Like
crap.
there's some decent receiver names right there. No,
There's some good receiver names. There's a few that are confusing to me of why they're up so high.
I
The
don't
fact
know
that
how updated this is. So,
looks pretty updated.
well, I know they have
Um,
like a whole system in the background that ranks them, and I don't know if they just plugged in the rookies and didn't update that yet.
let's see. I might do it.
You take Josh Allen here. There's no way. That'd be a crazy pick.
I'm not taking Josh Allen. No shot.
There's no way you're reaching on Laporta. I don't know. Actually, he might not make it back to you. So I guess if you really like, look, you'd have half of your same team as last year, though. Interesting.
Yeah, no, I hate that, but I hated everyone else there. Yep, no, there went Laporta.
I mean, crazy if he would have made it back.
Derrick
Derek
Henry was going to be
Henry.
my pick next. I thought he could make it back to me.
I mean, he
Um,
basically did.
let's see.
Metcalf, Evans. Kind of crazy that Pittman went before Evans because I feel like Evans is a little more secure.
I'm going to go ahead and take Travis Kelce here. Getting you in the fourth round, I think, would be huge.
Yeah.
Trey McBride, holy crap.
He's been going, actually, a lot of drafts I've seen, he's going really early. So a lot of people like his situation.
Holy.
I think there's one running back on the board right now that's still pretty top end, and I don't need another receiver because I wouldn't be starting him, and we're not planning on injuries. I think ETN's the obvious pick there.
I agree. I
I
think.
don't.
Oh, I about gave you my pick. That's your pick.
If I hadn't had Lamar last year, I think I'd definitely be taking Lamar here. I feel like it's really good value. Had him last year, and I wasn't the biggest fan.
I'm curious if Derrick Henry drops his value a little bit because goal line carries are all going to go to Henry.
He didn't get. Lamar was very spotty on touchdowns last year, anyways, because of Gus Edwards. And Derrick Henry's a better Gus Edwards, no? So I think you're right. I think you're counting on rush yards mostly. I already have Chicago's receiver one. Don't need another one. If Dell was healthy, I'd probably take Dell here. I'm thinking another receiver. Hopefully something falls to me on tight end and running back. We're gonna go Higgins there.
See, I actually end up with the real wide receiver one for Chicago.
It's not Odunze. Okay, Alan. Okay. Oh, Odunze went right after.
My pick would have been Zay for sure.
Thought about Zay, but I watched a lot of Ravens last year, and they just fantasy wise they weren't the best.
Yeah. Let's
see.
try out a two tight end system. I know it's going to piss you off because I know you have Kincaid going to you next, but I think with Josh Allen not having much weapons, I think Dalton Kincaid is perfect here. And when we run he's a perfect flex play. Dalton Kincaid and Travis Kelce. I'm winning the championship with those.
I like that a lot. I wasn't going to go Kincaid in this just because in my mock drafts, I don't like to take players I had last year just to see how my team ends up if I don't take them. Sadly, I wouldn't have taken him. I'm torn here. Oh, wait, did he go? He went right before. I was torn because I was like, do I go Connor or do I go Mixon?
I love Mixon if you can get him late.
I do too. This is hard because I'm already so stacked on receiver. I couldn't start any of these guys. So I think and it's hard because I have Drake London, so Pitts would kind of be a rough anchor. I think I go James Conner because I need another running back, and there's not one for a while. Tomorrow's the next one on the board. I'll go Connor. Oh, didn't mean to pull it up. That's awkward. I'll go Connor. And then I liked Cooper last year. See, but I might go Cooper if I hadn't had him last year. Hollywood Brown's interesting right now with what's going on.
I like Hollywood Brown a lot.
I do too. I didn't realize he's questionable. I don't know if he still is or if that's old.
I mean, we're basically playing where we turn on injuries. Oh damn it! I wanted Kenneth Walker. That's what I was aiming for.
Interesting.
I wanted Kenneth Walker bad.
I hate how Seattle. Like I feel like it's different every week who they choose as their one.
Who else do they have there?
Charbonnet.
Oh, I forgot it was actually.
I feel like they flip flop so much, so I try to stay out of Seattle. I like Metcalf this year. Where did he end up going? He went.
I mean,
first. Oh wow, Metcalf went in the fourth. That's kind of crazy.
I'm torn between Alvin Kamara and Aaron Jones. I think Kamara could have a crazy good bounce back year, and they didn't bring anyone in for competition. Aaron Jones.
How's their own line though? Who's got the better old line?
A little older. I think Minnesota might edge them out, but I could just be making crap up.
It's Brown, Thomas, Cooper, Ridley. Ah, dang it! The guy I thought would make it back to me didn't.
Who were you hoping for? Burrow?
I was really hoping Ingram would make it back to me for my tight end.
Let's see. What do I have? I have 2 wide receivers. I have 2 tight ends. I have 1 quarterback, and I have 2 running backs. That's pretty even. Should I get George Kittle?
I hated Kittle as a fantasy tight end.
How about a little? Ooh, that might be reaching. I might be reaching here. But
Watson.
You have to do the math, and you have to assume greatness.
I was thinking Worthy or Watson, but I guess Watson wouldn't really have been reaching. I hate taking rookies, but my tight end options are getting rough. Matt Ferguson and Njoku. I think for this, I'm going to take Bowers just to see how it ends up. I don't need another receiver, but I also like the receivers that are sitting right here. This is going to be crazy of me, but I'm going to take Bowers.
I like that pick.
And then I'm going to take my handcuff because I don't love all the other picks around here.
Okay, I like that strat. JSN making it back to me is really flirting.
Even Watson, both of those.
Really flirting with me. I think JSN is definitely obviously the wide receiver 2 there.
Yeah. If Watson stays healthy, he's the one, but he just had so many.
I think games. Watson may end up eventually on the trade market. I think he'd look good in Carolina. Give me JSN.
I don't hate that. I hate the Pollard pick. Mitchell. Hey, that's crazy that Mozart's dropping so far since he was the running back 1 last year, basically.
Yeah. Let me. I'm loading up on wide receivers here in the late rounds. I think I have good value, and this one's strictly who else is he going to throw to play.
You currently don't have a backup running back, but I don't know if you like any of the ones in this area.
Currently, like the best one's Zamir White. I don't love that. I like 3 that I can get later. I think will make back.
They didn't draft his replacement though, right? I think he's definitely the one.
Zamir? Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I forgot that my other guy went to the Packers. Give me Ladd McConkey strictly because
I like that pick. I like that pick so much.
My receiver room's getting a little stacked.
It's a young receiver room.
It's a young receiver core, and it's boom or bust. And so I did just send the invite out to our guest, and so he may be joining sooner.
I think I 4-2. I need another running back here, and I'm not gonna do it on this pick because it might be reaching, but I'll wait my one pick. I'm gonna take a flyer on another receiver I feel like might have a good year just because he's kind of by himself in a sense. That's Sutton. But for
I
me,
hate
that's the thing though, is he's gonna be riding my bench in this mock because of all my other receivers. So he's more of a backup, and if he starts to break out, I could put him in, but he's definitely like on my
I
bench, I feel like that's not bad.
I almost like taking Troy Franklin over him
Really?
simply because of Bo Nix. They both played at Oregon together.
That's
They're gonna
true.
have, and that's just Cortland Sutton's old. He's gonna also end up on a different team by the deadline.
My other one is definitely a scheme fit on how they use him. I'm willing to take the risk.
See, I was thinking he could probably make it back to me. That's who I was thinking. This is a
You
tough
don't hate
one.
Zach Moss, you don't, because he did good for the Colts. So
See, that's the other one I was thinking of. But with my backup spot, I think Zach Moss he did good with the Colts. I think it was a little bit of an outlier, and
definitely,
they have that other rookie there that I think they're going to split heavy, and he's the running.
yeah.
I'm forgetting his name, but he's going to be the pass catcher.
Which
No
is fair because
one,
Moss didn't do much with Buffalo, so it could have just been a one-off here with the Colts.
and so I'm shocked that Nick Chubb is still here. I know he's coming off a horrific injury, but that's Nick Chubb. You
I
know,
don't even think he's practicing yet, right? If he's healthy, you take Chubb,
he
but
might
I don't
not
even
be.
think he's.
All right, guys, our guest is here. What's up, Chaz?
How's it going?
What it
Oh,
do?
I guess I did not think this at all.
I didn't tell Tyler. We're just finishing up our way too early mock draft, and then we'll dive in with Chaz. This is Chazwood, everybody. Welcome in, Chazwood.
Chaz,
I need a backup quarterback, and you left me maybe the MVP next year in Jared Goff.
oh, I
So
thought you
I'm
meant
excited.
Kirko.
I'm excited to get Jared Goff in there.
Jared Goff. I need a backup tight end, and I would love to have your quarterback's tight end.
I kind of was thinking, why didn't I wait and draft Schultz when I also had. I like that pick. I like that pick. TJ Hawkins still on the board is nuts. But I guess that's the Sam Darnold effect. Chase Brown.
Yeah.
That's the Bengals player.
Oh, I'm still on the clock. I'm sitting here like, why isn't this person drafting? Chase Brown, Gus Edwards. I hate Lawrence. Herbert. That's gonna be a run-heavy offense.
Hey, Joe Flacco, bro.
I will take a risk. I had too many receivers. If I didn't have so many receivers, I would definitely go Coleman here, just because he could become that big guy there in Buffalo. But I'm gonna take a chance on Taj.
Oh dang! Who took Jonathan Brooks? Oh, he went 2 whole rounds ahead.
Yeah.
Let's see. You took Spears. I don't hate that pick. I think he's going to end up being the running back 1. I mean, might as well get the defense, the best defense in the league, while I can.
Oh, we're drafting defenses and kickers in a mock draft.
Well,
That's sad.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Good point. Good point. Let's see. Who do we got?
You could go Jaden Daniels. I guess
I
you already
mean,
have some quarterback.
I might as well keep going for boom or bust players and take Keon Coleman.
Dang. If Franklin makes it back to me, do I take him? These are gonna be kickers and
Definitely gonna
defense.
make it back to you because they're gonna take. We should have turned off that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to take Troy Franklin just because you said something.
I have a backup if you do, so you're fine. I have a ton of receivers, so I shouldn't be taking more, but
Give me Blake Corum when he takes
that was
over.
my backup, funny enough, if you're taking Franklin. Yeah, I think I go Franklin and Palmer here.
I mean, he's going to be the starter for the first at least 3 weeks. So
Hey, both of them had a chance to. You would take up.
All right. That is the mock draft. Real quick, let's get to Chaz, and maybe we'll have Chaz break down our mock drafts. Chaz, are you a big fantasy football guy or not really?
I am.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah, we'll have you break it down here in a minute. But this is why I have Chaz on. So Chaz is one of the number 1 supporters in our other Ready Break at TikTok with our our gig, and such a good dude. Don't even get me started on Mrs. Chaz Wood. Great family. Um, but Chaz, and I think the game starts in what, 15 minutes? Chaz
Oh, your
and I
bet.
have a bet, and we need to figure out the terms because we're going to settle it on this platform. And so, Tyler, have I told you about the bet?
I know you guys had one, but I don't think I've heard the details.
So Chaz, to get you caught up, we basically where I got the idea. Obviously, we've seen people do it before, but when we do the NBA Finals game, and we a couple episodes ago we made a prediction on the bracket and stuff, and we said, okay, loser has to do an 8-8-8 challenge. 8 beers, 8 hot dogs, and I don't know why we said 8. It's technically 4 quarters, but the wording's a little rough. We're not that creative.
We're playing around with it.
Yeah, and so then I was like, maybe you know what? Maybe and I lost that already. I had the Clippers championship, so I'm probably going to be the one doing that. So what a better way than to warm up with Chaz.
Oh, you're getting some practicing. Okay.
And so what we decided, we got to figure everything out, but I think this could get interesting. So I have the Dallas Stars beating the Colorado Avalanche for the hockey. Avalanche are up 1-0, right, Chaz?
They are.
The next game's on in about 10 minutes. So basically what we're going to do is that, right, Chaz? How do we want to do this? What do you think?
I'm open for anything. I'm confident. I wasn't confident 10 minutes into the game one when Dallas got out to a 3-0 lead, but at the end of overtime when Colorado came back and won 4-3, I was a little bit more confident. So
yeah, fun fact, I might be the worst gambler of all time. It legit might go down. Like this was my first year ever gambling in March Madness, and I did so good. So I was riding a high, and I've never fallen down to earth quicker in my life. Like
you like 2-15 right now?
I am I'm like 2-35. It is rough right now.
It took me like 30 times to win a jersey in the ready break thing, so I'm happy to win something.
That is true.
That is true.
Like Mrs. Chaz doesn't need to know that, but
yeah, no, we'll keep that.
Keep quiet on that part.
But yeah, I think so. What we're gonna do is on the elimination game, we're gonna come on and live stream it. And so, Tyler, I kind of signed you up without asking if you're available. So sorry.
I should be.
But the thing is, I don't know how we should do it, Chaz. Where, like, let's say it's 3-1, the Avs are up 3-1, and then like we live stream it. Obviously, it's going to be me having to do that, but Dallas wins, and so then do we do it again or like? That's what I'm worried about. Like it's or like we've got to figure out some way to where maybe we both do it, or I don't know. That's the part.
If it's 3-1, there's a good chance that team's gonna lose. So if it's 3-1, I'd say yeah, stream it, and then I guess on the worst, do it again. But if it's like 2-2, that's when it's hard.
Yeah,
or like 2-3, it'd have to be 2-3, huh?
Well, it's out of 7, so I kind of like the idea of like you have to do it multiple times, and maybe I'm overconfident and think I can just take 8 hot dogs and 8 beers 3 or 4 straight days in a row. I might be just overconfident, but that's what I feel like we need to figure out. So we got to get some ideas for them.
I almost feel like you want to wait until after today's contest before you actually come up with that idea, because if it's too old, you might want to rethink your strategy on that one.
I think
big difference.
Yeah, I don't, or like something like we watch the elimination game and we do something, and then maybe the next day we do the challenge, or I don't know. There's something here, and we just gotta get it.
I guess you could live stream the game, and then you could do your challenge live on TikTok the next day or something.
And but let's. I mean, that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. But then what if here's the reverse though? Because we're talking like Dallas already lost. Dallas might win the championship, so let's not forget about that. And so we've got options.
I mean, money line's on Dallas tonight.
I think is Dallas the best in their conference? I'm not a big hockey guy, obviously.
I'm not either. So that's why I was just looking.
Chaz is our hockey expert.
We're living in imagination land right now if we're talking about Dallas winning this, but let me see.
It does look like Dallas was 1 and Colorado was 3 in the division.
I mean, they went to 7 with Las Vegas, last year's champs.
But it was only a 2-game difference. 2-game difference. So
it's a lot of ice time, though.
I guess.
I mean, I think we just send it. This is my proposal. I think we send it whenever the elimination game is there, and whoever's about to get eliminated has to. There's 3 periods in hockey, so we can do three per period. So we could do up to 9, and then I think if, like, let's say it is 3-1, 3-1 for the Avs. So I do it on that game 5, but then if Dallas wins that game, go to 3-2. We don't stream anything on 3-2, but if it goes 3-3, then I think we both have to do it.
So you would end up doing it twice?
The person, like, if it goes 2-2, no big deal. If it goes 3-2, we'll do it on that elimination game. But I think if it goes 3-3, no matter what, both people have to do it.
I'm game.
Does that make sense? And then maybe we'll come up with something for the actual loser, whether it's like we come up with a bunch of dumb challenges all the time. And so what I need to know is once the Avs will be losing, what is your beer of choice?
I'm from Wisconsin. I mean, whatever's cold.
The most Midwest thing I've ever heard.
You're talking Wisconsin here. We have 20 of the 21 drunkest counties in the state or in the United States.
That's true. That's true. I'm just curious what your strategy is. Is it heavy beer, light beer?
I could throw a rock right now and probably hit 20 drunk people. So probably I don't really drink beer, so that's my problem too. Probably light beer.
Okay.
But I mean, we have stuff up here, like Johnny Blood Red, which is really good. If I do drink beer, I probably drink that, but that's super heavy, super dark, so that would not go well in a challenge such as this. That would not go well in a challenge such as this. Or at least the next day would not go well.
Hopefully, yeah.
What do you do if it's like a Wednesday?
This somehow ends up on a weekend. Oh my goodness, I did not even think about that, but we ought to do it for science.
That'd be wild.
Have you let Mrs. Chaz know about this challenge?
Mrs. Chaz is looking at me right now. Mrs. Chaz is fine with the challenge.
Okay, gotta make sure we get consent from all the Chazes, the Chaz-I.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. So
I'm gonna come home with 9 beers.
Chaz, the good news is, I think we have 90 followers on TikTok and 35 subscribers. So no one's probably going to see it.
Nobody watches it.
It's going to be fun either way. It's just drinking with the boys and watching some hockey.
We had 12 people watch me eat that pie.
That's true. Tyler, we had a challenge earlier where Tyler had to eat a whole pie in under what? 10 minutes?
7 minutes. I wanted 10. You guys gave me 7.
You chose a fruit pie? Is that what it was?
Terrible choice. 3-berry pie. It was a bad choice.
Yeah, we also did one where we had to eat the zebra cakes and then drink a half gallon of milk.
Yep.
Yeah, that did not go well either.
I
do a lot of dumb stuff.
Smoked you in that.
So, Chaz, I'm excited for you to bring it on. But real quick, before I let you go, let's have you grade this this mock draft. So I made Tyler draft first, and then I'm fourth, and then everything else is just random people. But can you see it, or is it kind of hard to see?
I can see it. I just made it bigger. I'm good.
Perfect. Dang, that's smart. How did you do
it? So Tyler started off with CeeDee Lamb, and then Drake London was his 2, which is that's nuts to me. Drake London going in the second round is absolutely insane.
There
I
wasn't
started
much
with
else
Tyreek
around
Hill,
there.
and then probably then Josh Jacobs. Those are my back to back. But I want to hear a Chaz rating. Let me know when you need me to scroll down.
I don't love the Jacobs pick. Now I'm looking at it.
What was your favorite pick by yourself, Tyler?
Mine, ooh. I feel like Higgins was good value. Schultz honestly might have been pretty good value that late.
I do like that Schultz
I
pick.
think Schultz would have been my favorite value wise.
And then what was your favorite one from me?
Ooh, yours. I liked a few of yours.
My favorite one from you. Oof. I like the boldness of not folding under pressure and not taking CMAC 1-1 and going with your gut with CD. I do like that because he's looking to get paid too.
True. I like. I didn't realize how many rookies you freaking drafted.
I went hard. I told you.
I think Kamara is my favorite value, and then Allen's a close second. Keenan Allen could have a really good year with Chicago.
All right, Chad, you got some grades for us?
I was gonna say I like your Kelsey pick too in the fourth round. For him to be in the fourth round, every draft that I think of that I've ever seen or been involved with, he's been very like end of first round, beginning of second round. I mean, he's always gone quickly. I think he had a miss. In my opinion, I'm a Raider fan, so I'm going to be biased, but I think he had a miss in the second round, taking Jacobs over Devontae.
Okay.
My opinion, but
I didn't realize you could have had Devontae.
Yep, I'm a little biased there.
I mean, who's throwing to Devontae? Like Gardner Minshew?
Gardner Minshew. If you look at Minshew's stats, I haven't verified that completely because I don't have the time, but Gardner Minshew's stats stacked up with like Trevor Lawrence's are not that far apart.
So are we saying Trevor Lawrence was good last year? Because I don't know anyone who said he was good last year.
No, but everyone kind of puts him in that mid tier. So I mean, I'm not like, I'll put him in a mid tier. I mean, better than Aiden O'Connell.
Who's probably going to be QB1 for the Raiders. It's got to be Aiden O'Connell.
I mean, I'm a Raider fan, so let's hope not. Come on. Let's I mean, there's some faith here, but I'll still take Minshew over, my opinion, than Penix because I'm also a Michigan fan. And I saw what a strong defense in Michigan in the national championship game did to Penix. Flustered him quite a bit. As soon as they got to him, they shut him down. So, I mean, granted, he was hurt too. So, I mean, that plays into it. But my opinion, I like Kaden's team better. It's just my thoughts. Some of the value later on.
I like it.
The Kelsey, Keenan Allen, Kincaid. Probably running backs a little bit better. Probably not better on Kaden's team for the running backs, but I don't know what Josh Jacobs is going to do in Green Bay. I mean, I can throw a rock and hit Lambeau Field, but I'm not sold on that pickup by Green Bay.
I didn't love it there, but I don't have faith in Devontae Adams. Stephon Diggs is up and down. I do wish I did take him and to handcuff him with CJ Stroud, so I can go back. I probably would do that and then try and snag maybe I don't remember exactly how, or maybe try to push a little harder for Kenneth Walker and maybe letting Kincaid fall another round to where I got Kamara is probably what I would try to do if I could redo it. But I also have to play these mind games because the boys in our league do watch this, so I have to keep that in mind as well. And so,
would you have taken Barkley if he was still there over Jacobs, or would you have still gone Jacobs?
I don't like Philadelphia running backs because of the tush push. That's pretty strictly it. That's a waste of my time. So, but
you were kind of handcuffed with Jacobs. Once it came to there, if you didn't take a running back there, by the time it came back around to you, if you wanted Stroud, if you wanted Kelsey, I mean, you're looking fifth round, and by that point, you're looking at Rashad White.
Yeah, James
who by that point was very up and down. I mean, he was decent last year. I actually had him on my fantasy team last year. He was was decent, but was nowhere near a top caliber.
How did you
running
How
back?
did you finish in your fantasy team or your fantasy squad?
Second, I actually picked up.
Me too, bro.
I picked up Joe Flacco.
Chad.
And did not play him in the championship game, and I would have played him in the last 30 seconds before the game started. I pulled him for I don't even remember who I pulled him for, but whoever I pulled him for, I think got hurt.
Oh man.
And he was the reason why I lost, but it was fine. It's only money.
The reason why I lost was because CeeDee Lamb had that 45-point freaking game. And I also did something stupid, and I went out and I bought champagne, and I got a little too cocky, and so that champagne is still in my. Maybe I'll pull the champagne out.
You bought it like 2 weeks before the freaking championship.
I was, dude. I don't. Sometimes you just feel it, and I felt it, and it was not right. But Chaz, thank you so much. I literally go ahead. Sorry.
You can pull out the champagne when the Avs win.
Okay. Ooh. I might go get a different bottle of champagne for when Dallas wins, and I'll be sipping on that while you down 9 glizzies and 9 beers.
Not happening. Not happening. It's your dream. I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, big shout out to Chaz. I literally texted him on the way home from work, and I was like, because we have a third guy, Dylan, who's usually in here, but he had to go do something. I was like, maybe I'll surprise Tyler with Chaz. We'll figure out this bet. We'll get that thing rolling.
Sure.
But yeah, Chaz, we appreciate you jumping on. We'll probably have you on a little bit more if you're down.
Absolutely.
Because there's nothing more fun than just talking ball with the boys, even when no one's listening. And so
for sure.
But that's gonna do it all for Triple Option here, guys. Please give us a follow, like, subscribe, whatever. Also check out our TikTok account, Ready Break, READDDY, 3 Ds, and then Break Normal. That's where you have opportunities to win awesome signed memorabilia. Chaz has won plenty of stuff on our profile. Took him a little bit of time, but he got it done. He got it done. And yep, and we appreciate it so much. But perfect. Thanks, everybody.
Peace.